Hello guys, I'm happy to welcome you all once again to my channel. Method and medium of communication have been evolving tremendously over the years. With the current communication technique, it is possible to communicate from one edge of the world to another edge of the world, and we can communicate wherever we want indeed. It became possible because the communication lines we laid around the globe, beneath the sea, beneath the land, everywhere. I can say it has like veins in our body which circulates the blood. Here, our physical cables circulates our data. Oh, hold on. You may ask, Permal, what are you telling? How does even possible? And yes, it is possible. Let me explain our physical connectivity in depth. Let's get into the topic. The first cable type is twisted pair cables. In twisted pair cable, communication medium is electricity. We simply use the electricity to send our data from one node to another node. Assume it has a node 1 and this one is node 2. The basic concept of electricity is it needs a return path. This diagram simply depicts the two-way communication. We need two cables to communicate in both directions, and the additional two lines represents the electricity closing path. IEEE standardized various types of cable based on the speed in which it is transmitting. Basic Ethernet cable supports up to 10 megabits per second, and fast Ethernet cables support up to 100 megabits per second. Both of these two cables uses 4 lines like I shown in this figure. If we need to transmit beyond that, we need some additional lines of connectivity. In common twisted pair cables, there will be 8 connections and 8 pinpoints in each connectors. The basic cable is look like this. Actually, each pair is twisted together because when you are passing electricity over a copper cable, there will be some losses, some electromagnetic interference. To mitigate those electromagnetic interference, we are using these twisted pair cables. And based on the shield, we can classify this cable into two types: unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair. It can be used based on the place we are deploying the cable. If we are deploying the cable beneath the ground, the suggested cable is shielded twisted pair. Otherwise, we can use unshielded twisted pair cables in our normal home networks and other data center connectivities. This image shows the typical RJ45 connector, which is also a popular connector. This is where we punch our each lines. I know this representation is ridiculous, but I'm sorry for that. Anyway, this is how a typical twisted pair communication looks like. From the connector A perspective, the pin position 1 simply transmit the traffic, and pin position 3 receives the traffic, and pin position 4 transmits, and pin position 7 it receives the traffic. And the devices like PC, router and access points, they usually transmits the power through the pin position 1. And the devices like network switches and network hubs, it usually transfers the data through the pin position 3. Then if we are using these unlikely devices to connect each other, then in this case we are using the cable connections. Okay. If you use the devices like this, the unlike devices, to connect each other, in that case we may use this kind of connectivity. But assume instead of router to switch or PC to switch, if you want to connect switch to switch or router to router, like if we want to connect the likely devices, in that case what will be the connectivity? To overcome the above problem, we simply changed the cable and a pin position. So Assume we are connecting two PCs. Usually, as I said before, the PCs transmit the data through the pin position 1 and the PC receives the data through pin position 3. So, we connected the cable leaving from pin position 1 to the pin position 3 of recipient connector. So, in this case, we will be able to send and receive the traffic between the likely devices without any collisions. So, the cables we used to connect the unlikely devices is called straight through cable, and the cables that we are using to connect the likely devices called twisted pair cables. So, as a network engineer, you must know what kind of cables to be connected in every part of the network. Wait a second. You may say, Permal, I already connected many cables between the devices without knowing this concept, but it worked really well. You are absolutely right. Cisco brought a feature called Auto MDX. Whenever a wrong cable connected between the network devices, it automatically changes the logic so that the issue automatically resolved. The cable communication mediums I explained so far only can be used up to a certain distance. If we need to communicate the data beyond some certain distance, then we need to have an exclusive cable and the exclusive medium. The cable is called optical fibers, and in these cables we use light waves as a communication medium. The fiber optic cables actually looks like this. Actually, there will be the thin fiber strands to pass the light waves. These are the inner parts of the fiber optic cable. The core is the part where we pass the light, and the cladding will be located around that. Again, these fiber optic cables can be classified into two types: single mode fiber and multi-mode fiber. And how we are going to define the types? If we pass the light into the core at 0 degree, then it is a single mode fiber. We are using exclusive fiber transmitters to pass these light waves. In multimode fibers, the light waves are making some angles when entering into the fiber optics. Usually, single mode fibers are used for the long distance communication, and multimode fibers are used for some short distance communication. In fiber optics, unlike twisted pair cables, there will be only two pin positions. One is for transmitting and another one is for receiving. And this is what the typical fiber cable. So in this image, I depicted the fiber cable and its connector. It is not only the connector, it is the transceiver. Usually, it converts the electrical signal that it receives from the network device to the light waves. Also, it sends the light waves receiving from this fiber cable, and it is converting to the electrical signal. And these are all the standards defined by IEEE for the UTP cables and the fiber cables. Usually in LAN environment, to interconnect the devices, we use the simple UTP cables, and to transmit the data to some other location which is beyond miles, we use fiber cables. The industries who need the extreme security, they prefer fiber optic cables over the standard UTP cables, because in UTP cables, while transmitting data through the electricity, there will be some losses due to the electromagnetic interference and other factors. When you use the fiber, we will be able to minimize the losses. And guys, that's all I've got. I hope this session has been informative for you. If you like, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. I'll see you next time with another interesting video. Thank you.